Assalamu alaikum students. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Here we are again in 6th class social study lecture number 17. So welcome you all students. Boys, as you know, we have already completed the lesson number 7 and I have given you some homework assignment and most of the students have completed their assignments. So boys, now today we are starting the new chapter number 8, farming problems in Pakistan. Now I am reading and also I am giving you some explanation about the passage. So open page number 36. The first is area. One of the problem with farming in Pakistan is that the average area of 50% of the farms is less than 2 hectares. Means 50% the people living in these areas, the 50% of the farms people have the least area. It is a maximum 2 hectares. So as you know very well, a hectare is roughly less than 2.5 acres or 10,000 square meters. Sometimes the fields are scattered in a different plots around the village. These factors make it difficult for farmers to use farm machinery. Thus, time is wasted. Most of the peasant farmers means small landowner farmers or poor farmers are called the peasant farmers. So most of the peasant farmers cannot afford to buy tractors and other farming machine. So bullocks are used for ploughing and harvesting is done by hand. Till now in Pakistan, the most of the farmers they don't have the tractors or heavy machinery to plough their farms. So because of they have to use the bullocks for ploughing their area or their land. So boys, the other factors, the poor quality animals and seeds. Peasant farmers means a small farmers are often too poor to buy new and improved seeds and animals. They save their own seed and breed animals locally. The government is trying hard to bring in seeds which produce large crops and animals which are stronger and produce more milk and meat. But these are expensive and generally beyond the income of farmers. So boys, here the big problems in Pakistani farmers, they are mostly poor. So because and they don't have a good quality seeds and they don't have a good animals which can give the more production. So due to the lack of income, so their production is not as they have as the requirement of the international national market or international world. So because of why due to the poor farmers or due to these all these things are take very important role in these things. So here we are, boys, talking about the other things. These are the amounts. These are the amounts of wheat produced in Pakistan in 1960 and 2007. So below them are the amounts produced in the USA in 2007. So now we will compare the production of a Pakistan 1960 to 2007, and what is the difference with respect to the American yield per hectare and Pakistani yield per hectare. So this is shown in this table. So now we are comparing in Pakistan. Wheat produced in 1960, it is 4 million tons, but it was increased in 2007, 21,750,000 tons. It is increased in 2007. So now yield per hectare means production produced in per hectare. We are comparing, for example, 1960 per hectare means one hectare produces 822 kilograms production of wheat. But in 2007, it was increased to 2,585 kilograms. Now we are comparing these things to the United States yield per hectare. Now look at this one. Pakistan have 1960s 822 kilogram, but in same year the American producing 5,000 and plus kilogram per hectare. So what are the problems which the Pakistani or poor countries are facing towards the production, agricultural production? So now here are some questions arises. Why do you think the amount of wheat per hectare has increased 5.4 times since 1960? Look at here. This in 2007 it increased how much? 5.4 times. How many times has the wheat growing area increased? Why do you think the USA has much higher production per hectare than Pakistan? So these are the main questions which are facing by Pakistani farmers. So now we are talking about the other factors which also affect the irrigation system in Pakistan. The biggest problem facing Pakistan is water. Proper distribution of water for farming has always been a problem. As the output of a farms increases, so the need for more water becomes very important. Although Pakistan has good irrigation network, the irrigation from the rivers is at its limit, and the government has many schemes for improved water supplies from tube wells, but demand will always be more than supply. Better distribution of water as required by the farmers will help to improve crops. The canals also have to be maintained properly by regular cleaning. Distilling or cleaning means removing soil and silt from the water and preventing leakages. So these are the water problems which the poor countries are like Pakistan type of the agriculture system is facing till now. So now we will talk about the other factors which are affecting our production, agricultural production. Now fertile, we are talking about the different factors about the now fertilizers. We are talking about the fertilizers. What is the role of fertilizers in our agriculture? In the past, when there was fewer people and the demand for crops was less. The manure from animals was usually enough to keep the fields fairly fertile. Climate conditions and continuous farming have reduced the natural fertility of the soil. So when we are cultivating our lands continuously, so due to their the continuous farming have reduced the fertility of the soil is reduced. It means what? Means the soil is not able to produce much production due to the reduce natural fertility of the soil. So artificial fertilizers are needed for better crops. Pakistan is fortunate in having some of a raw material for these, such as limestone and natural gas, but there still has to be a huge import of fertilizers. Almost rupees of 41 billion in 2007 and other agriculture chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Herbicides and pesticide means weight and insect killers. These are very important indeed. So these are the problems which our agriculture system of Pakistan is facing due to the fertilizers. So boys, you better understand from this passage of the fertilizers how the our fields are, our farmers are facing in with respect to the fertilizers. These are the problems which we talk about the fertilizers. So furthermore, boys, the other problems are facing by agriculture, our agriculture system is big problem is salinity. What is the meaning of salinity? When all natural water has some salt in it, you know very well, boys, the drinking water which we are drinking, it have also some amount of salt, but the amount is so small that we cannot taste it. When irrigated water covers the fields, however, the hot sun evaporates much of it. So look at this one. When irrigation water covers the fields, okay, when we are in producing crops, we are giving us some water. When this water is evaporated from the earth due to the hot sun, much of it and the salt is left behind it. Look at this one. The soil is no longer useful for farming because of the salt deposited. Due to what? Due to the hot sun, the water is evaporated, and at the upside of the earth there is a lot of amount of salt is gathered. So this is the big problem, and this problem is called the salinity. Year after year, this goes on until the salt in the soil is so strong that plants will no grow in it. So you know very well, boys, in salty earth or salty land, no plants can be produced in the salty land. This goes on until the salt in the soil is so strong that plants will not grow in it. The only answer is to wash the soil with pure water from the deep. So if you want to clarify this salinity, so you need what? You need a pure water from the deep. So you must to keep the deep water. You know, if upper layer of the earth is salt, so it must be understood. The lower side of the earth will also be a water is a salt. So it will be reduced when you are reduce the water level, and you will reduce the salty water to pure water from the deep. Underground wells are put special chemicals on it. Both methods are very expensive and many poor farmers cannot afford either solution. 26% of Pakistan's farmland is affected by salt. How much? 26% of Pakistan's farmland is very big amount, a very big area is facing the salinity problem. Means 8% so badly, 8% 8% is so badly that it becomes a desert unless treated. So the land, very good agricultural land, due to the salinity, it changes to the desert. So this is the very big problem facing in the poor countries, especially in Pakistan. So the salinity is also a very big problem. So this is the end of first part of our chapter number 8. The next part, inshallah, we will learn in the next lecture. So boys, I am giving you a little homework from this chapter, chapter number 8. So you can follow your lesson. If you have any problem, then you can discuss in my Zoom class. So here I am giving you little homework sheet. So you can complete your homework and then send me on my WhatsApp number. Then I will check it. So thank you very much, students. I'm giving you this one is the match the columns, soil soil erosion. The meaning you will see in the B column, and the one question I am giving you as a, you will give very easily if you will read the lesson which we completed. So the question number 1 is, what was the value of Pakistan fertilizers imports in 2007? So thank you very much, students. So we will meet inshallah in the next lecture. You complete your homework. Wish you all the best.